What's up, party people? It's KeysDAN with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you could have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. The people need to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Make your next thing a big one. Speaking of entertainment, today on the program, I have Cubana Lusterous or Niomi Hurtado. Yes, two names, one girl, but she goes by Cubana Lusterous or Lustrous. And it's spelled Lusterous. I want you to go and search that out right now. Cubana, simple enough. You know how to spell Cubana. Come on. And then Lusterous or Lustrous. Lusterous. I want you to look it up that way. And of course, Google's going to say, did you mean lustrous? No, I meant lustrous. Spelled the way I spelled it. You're going to get to know Cubana Lustrous. I know I'm pronouncing this like 12 different ways. Either way, look her up. Niomi Hurtado. I love the way that she has Niomi, Niomi, Niomi Hurtado. She's a Cuban African-American or African-American Cuban, depending on how you want to put it. But she was born here in the United States. So stick around. You're going to get to know a little bit more about her in the next few minutes. So yeah, stick around right here. This week's shows, let's see. I have two public shows this week. I will be at my normal Friday night gig, the RAB in Conway, Arkansas, the Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam. Yes, I said karaoke. You're the stars of the show. The stage is yours. They got a brand new area that they have set up. There's a whole stage. We got a monitor just for you, microphone stand. And, you have, of course, the words are going to be up on the screen. So in case you forget a word or two, but it's karaoke. And we have a stage right there next to me, right next to yours truly. So excited. And they got us a little area. They got a full bar. The kitchen's open. They got good food in that kitchen. So check out the food at the RAB in Conway, Arkansas. Then they got pool tables as well. A pool tournament on Friday nights. So if you want to try your hand at playing pool, if you think you're good enough, you could play and possibly make some money while you're waiting to sing on stage next to me right there at the RAB in Conway, Arkansas. That's Friday night, 8 p.m. until 12:30 in the AM is when I'm doing my show. And then on Saturday, I'll be at the Choctaw VFW. So excited. Oh, my goodness. Choctaw VFW Saturday night. They got pool tables. They got the great bar staff, great people, big dance floor. Oh, the place is lit up. So nice. So nice. Always a good time at the Choctaw VFW. Now, they always do like 9 to 1. I'm usually there like 8 o'clock, all set up, ready to go. So if you show up early, I'll be there. I'll turn the microphones on just for you because you're a star. You know what I'm saying. And that's on Saturday night. And I'm there 2 Saturdays in a row. Usually I'm only there once a month. But I guess the stars have aligned. The moon is brand new. And I'll be at the Choctaw VFW 2 Saturdays in a row. And, of course, on Friday night at the RAB in Conway, Arkansas. 2 places to follow me around. All right, that's it for the intro. Let's get into it with Cubana Lusterous Niomi Hurtado. I got her on Skype, so if you're listening to the audio version of this, check out the YouTube version on my YouTube page, youtube.com/user/KeysDAN. Skyping Cubana Lusterous now.
So I'm Cubana Lusterous, and I'm a rapper from Pennsylvania.
Oh, my goodness.
I have several songs out, like 10. One, excuse my language, one is D-O. Okay, leave it like that. And I have a new song that's coming out. It's for to motivate people of all nations to basically, when you're struggling, to bring yourself up and don't let nobody come out your way. It's called Empowerment. So I hope that when that comes out, that it really reflects the people, and that it's respectful, and it's that you hear me as an artist. I'm on Cubana Lusterous 59. That's my Instagram handle. I made a music video with Lexi Blow from Giles' Cabaret, which that's also, since I'm an up and coming artist.
Yeah.
I had, yeah, that is. And then I had celebrities, like The Game, so wanted to collab with me.
Well done.
So that's excellent.
Well, all right. I mean, you just jumped right into it. You're a pro, but let's take some time. We have about an hour to kind of go through what's going on with you, how you became who you are. I want to get to know Cubana Lusterous and Niomi Hurtado. I love the way I don't know who spelled your name, Niomi, Niomi, because some of the things that you have to look for when you're looking for yourself, you have to look under Cubana Lusterous, the way it's spelled, because you have it spelled a certain kind of way, because Google will say, did you mean lustrous? No. If I wanted lustrous, I would have said lustrous. You have it spelled lusterous, like something different, something new. And then some of the things are under Niomi Hurtado. So you could find you either way. And I want people to find you. I want my loyal listener to find out who you are. But you're from Reading, Pennsylvania. And I didn't know there was a Cuban a Cuban community there. I'm from Miami. I'm from the homeland. Cubano de la Guantanamera, okay? I am from Little Havana. I'm from La Sabuesera, Southwest 8th Street. You know, we have our own little 8th Street party, our own little carnival every year. And, you know, I'm only half Cuban. I'm not really that Cuban, but I'm half Cuban, half Irish. But I grew up in Miami. That's like a suburb of Cuba, you know, if you will. But are there a lot of Cubans in Reading, Pennsylvania?
No, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans.
Don't matter. Don't matter, because down in Miami, we loved everybody. Everybody. And it says on your bio, it says you're Cuban and you're black. And when I was growing up, there wasn't, no, you're not black. You're Cuban. Negro. ¿Dónde está? ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo va la cosa? You know, we were all one people. I didn't know black and white until I was really in junior high. So when you're a kid, you're so, you know, I know that racism is taught. It's definitely taught, because when you're a little kid, you love everybody. Everybody's your friend. You know, when you grab somebody down the street, you say, hey, you're my new best friend. All right, you're best friends. You see somebody in the playground, that's your best friend now, you know? But what do you remember about growing up in Reading, Pennsylvania with the Dominicanas and the Puerto Ricanos and the Cubanas?
I remember going to, after school, I would go to this store called Ralphie's, and he made pastelitos, acupera, and rice. So it was interesting. I went to I used to go to the Olivet and the YMCA when I was younger. And growing up, I grew up watching Lil' Kim. So when me and my girlfriend used to watch TV and stuff, we liked Lil' Kim and stuff. So that was cool. So in school, I remember doing a talent show playing TLC. I was T-Boz, and the other girl was Chili and Left Eye. And I did good. And another thing, when I was younger, my poetry went to every national bank in Pennsylvania.
What's a national bank? What's that?
Like, what's the major banks called? Chase.
Oh, so you
like
had
that.
poetry that was what, sitting up at the banks?
Yes, they hung my poetry up at the banks as the winner.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, because they do that at the grocery stores or the bank or wherever there's going to be a lot of foot traffic. If you want to, you know, make sure that the kids know that they're special. All right, before we go any further, this isn't going to bother any of the audio people, but the people watching the video, you're wiggling. You're wiggling, and I want to see you. Man. I want to see you perfect. I want you to sit that phone right there in front of you, and that way we can chit chat, and you don't have to Man, I'm looking at parts of you that probably I shouldn't see because you're a cutie pie. You're definitely a cutie pie. But that's part of your thing. That's part of your thing. You're an Instagram model, and I don't like that Instagram model. I think you're a model. I think you could do anything. Oh. If somebody wanted you to put their clothes on and walk about and sell their clothes, I think you could do it. Have you done that?
Thank you. I haven't done that yet, but I wish Louis Vuitton would look at me or Forbes.
Well, you heard it. Hey, Louis, I know you're an avid listener. All the people at Louis Vuitton. I know you listen to this podcast. Go ahead and check out Cubana Lusterous and Niomi Hurtado. Man, I'm losing my Spanish. Estoy perdiendo mi español. Necesito practicar mi español. Are you fluent with Spanish?
Mi compra un poquito más español.
Okay, yeah. What's the generation? Were you born in Cuba? Who's from Cuba?
My papi is from Cuba. My mom is African American, so I grew up around my mom. Un poquito más español.
See, that's what happens. Is it starts to dilute. My grandparents, my on my mother's side, is who came from Cuba. They got to Key West. And then I went to New York, and my mom was born in New York. So, somewhere between South Florida and New York, they had my mom, and then they went back down to South Florida. So I'm third generation. So the blood is thinning. I'm the kind of guy that appreciates a Spanish song, a merengue, a salsa, even a bachata, even a banda music, even reggaeton for sure. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the crossover artist. But when you're growing up, you're listening to Left Eye, you're listening to the TLC, that kind of a thing. Are you listening to Spanish music as well, or you said that you grew up primarily with your African American mama?
Selena, before she died, that was tragic. But I used to love Bitty Bitty Bum Bum. Bitty 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 bum bum. Oh, I love Selena.
Yeah, but as far as her story, it's the same kind of thing. You weren't born in Cuba, but you were born in America, but you still have ties to Cuba, so you have that flair that you could still bring in the flavor from Cuba, but you're more American, so you're in that place where Selena, rest her soul, she was definitely in that place as well, where, Dad, as far as the movie, that's all I have to go on, the stories. Her dad's pushing her into Tejano music, and she's wanting to do pop music, and somewhere in the middle, that's where she came out. And it was wonderful for, for a short while. But then you, Cubana Lusterous, you have that flavor. You have Cuban dad, you have African American mom. You could bring those flavors, and born in America. You could bring all that together and make one wonderful you. How does that come about? You said you were doing poetry when you were a young girl. When did it start turning into raps?
It started turning to raps when I was 30 years old, actually.
So it took a little while.
37.
It took a little while. Okay. So between then, when you were in a little baby, let's go with Niomi. When you were a little baby Niomi, and you were just growing up in Reading, Pennsylvania, on the streets. He says, a kid on the streets with her bicycle. No, I'm projecting. What kind of stuff were you into when you were in grade school and middle school and high school?
Ice skating, rollerblading, gymnastics, and the color guards in the band. I did all that.
Now we're talking. See, I was never a good ice skater. I was a really good quad roller skater, and I was pretty good with roller blades. Now, which kind of roller skates? I have a big tie to the roller skating rinks. That was one of my first DJ jobs, was working at a roller skating rink. Oh. So yes, I appreciate the music, roll, bounce, skate. Just having a good time. What was your skating style? Did you like the quads or the inlines?
The inlines.
I liked them. I liked them a lot. I used to roll around in the streets, but you primarily did it in the skating rink, or did you do it out in the streets as well?
I did it like out in the streets as well. And after school, I played with my friends. You know, you want to rollerblade, you want to experience the world, and so that's what I like to do.
See, you're still of an age, okay? You're still young. You're much younger than me, but you're of an age where you used to play outside. You didn't play on video games all the time and have a screen in front of you all the time. You had, kids had bikes, kids had roller skates, went out to the park. I mean, were you playing ball? What were you doing?
I had a PlayStation. I am a gamer, but I balance that with being a child and going out with my friends and seeing life, because it's boring just sitting on your PlayStation all day. And after a while, I would get bored. So
I'm with you. I had an Atari 2600. All you need is a stick and a button. That's all you need. Atari 2600. And I was playing Pac-Man and Frogger and Pitfall Harry, Defender. Those were my games. But when you were playing PlayStation, what's your game? Because now I'm playing way too much Fortnite. Whenever I do play a game, it's Fortnite. And my wife, she's playing Animal Crossing. But now I think she wants to get me into a different game. But what's your game of choice when you were playing PlayStation?
Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, Darkstalkers. I would love if they made a movie called Darkstalkers, like they made the Marvels, like they did Mortal Kombat. And I would love to play the kitty cat Felicia because I'm built like her.
I'm not familiar with this game. What kind of what was the point of the game?
Darkstalkers is this game where you have a vampire, you have a I forgot, I can't pronounce it, but this cat woman, and that's what I wish they'd make a movie because I would audition get for the cat woman, and the werewolf is on there. They all fight against each other and some weird looking characters. So it's interesting. You should look up Darkstalkers.
Oh, you'd make a good Catwoman. Oh, I could see it. It'd be a cross between, was it Lee Merriweather and what was the, the one, perfect. I can't remember the one back in the 60s.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Well, I don't.
Oh, I'll remember. I'll remember after this podcast. For some reason, there's people yelling. My listeners yelling at the radio right now. Oh, it's this. It's this. I'm dumb. I have it here. Let's see. Catwoman from 60s. Boop 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 boop. Just like that. And it's Eartha Kitt. She, oh yeah, she was a good Catwoman. And Lee Mayweather, she played Catwoman. And what's the other one? Oh, the three different Catwomen from my guess. Well, hey, I'm putting this to a weird halt, but I appreciate the style that you have. And, I watched your videos and look. I mean, we're gonna get through your music a little bit, but I want to get through, what kind of extracurriculars you were doing in high school and your family life. Now, you say you were primarily with your mom. Was your dad out of the picture for most of that? Because my dad was pretty much gone too, but at least I saw him every once in a while. Was your dad around?
My dad left when I was 3 years old. So I grew up in a single parent household. My mother was strung out and she died 4 years ago. So my grandmother raised me. She was a psychiatric nurse and my stepfather was a police officer. Sorry.
Okay. It's good to have. I'm sorry that happened to your mama, but I mean, it's good that you had extended family that, took the mantle. Grandma. I mean, what did you learn from your grandmama?
I'm in business school now as well because I'm going to start my own business. So I learned from my grandmom is that when one road stops, you take a breath and you continue. Then don't let nobody steer you away or break your path of righteousness where you need to go in life.
I like
is how
that.
she said.
I like that. And you go into business school, I want any artist, any creative to learn from you, Niomi. I want them to learn from you. This business will eat you up if you don't know what you're doing. It's good that you go to school, learn, because if you sign in the dotted line because they gave you a $5,000 advance, you can get owned by somebody. They could own you forever and you won't make a dime. You'll be working so hard and you won't make anything. So you got to watch out. And I'm glad you're going to business school and learning about business. That's important. You know, when I was going through school, I don't think I learned how to balance a checkbook until way later. You know, they'll teach you how to make an egg in home economics, but they won't teach you about money, how to handle your money, handle your business. I mean, did you have a good, did you have any home economics in school where they taught you anything?
We had cooking class, art. I love art class because I like to draw. I can draw Garfield and Snoopy. And what's it called? What's that one I can draw? I forgot that one comic I used to draw. This lady. But anyway, that's my talent too, is drawing.
See, I remember in the back of the comic books, they always had that little turtle. Can you draw this turtle? You might be able to win some free art supplies. And I do remember what the other Catwoman is. It's Julie Newmar. There's a whole movie called Tu Wong Fu Love Julie Newmar, and it's about the drag queens. But yeah, and they just happened to steal a picture of Julie Newmar. Yes, she was the third Catwoman, or maybe even one of the main Catwomen in the 60s. But, oh my goodness, you like to draw. You're in business school. You like to do poetry. Your grandma's teaching you some good knowledge. What did you learn from stepdad? I had my wife, my father-in-law was a cop, and she used to get pulled over all the time for fun and games by these people because, if she was out past 10 o'clock, the cops would pull her over. I mean, what kind of shenanigans did your stepdad get you into?
My stepdad was very strict. We used to go to Rehoboth Beach where he owns property to this day. And my stepdad was very strict. He's like, no boys growing up and get your education and, stuff like that. I was picked for, I don't know if it's an off-brand of Wilhelmina or was it Wilhelmina at the King of Prussia Mall. My dad and my grandmother was so happy in regards to me being the seventh at Wilhelmina. Then I got pregnant and had my 19-year-old. I didn't continue at Wilhelmina.
What is Wilhelmina?
Wilhelmina modeling.
Okay. Wilhelmina. Funny, I took fashion marketing when I was in high school, so I learned a little bit about that. I knew the Ford Agency, and I knew the Art Institutes of Miami, and I guess they have them all over the country, and maybe even all over the world, but I never knew about Wilhelmina's Institute. So you were actually getting chosen to become a model, and did you do any of the modeling at all?
I did one portfolio. I also got accepted in Florida by the agency, and my baby's father had paid $10,000 to pay for all my portfolios and stuff. So when I got pregnant, I didn't want to pursue it.
Well, okay. And that's another crossroad. That's a fork in the road. You went to motherhood. Maybe not completely by choice, but it happened and it's wonderful. So you have a baby that was 19 years ago, you said?
Yeah.
So you have a 19-year-old. How's she doing?
She's mad at mommy, and I do love her. Her dad, tells her lies. I didn't want her because she's a little darker, and that whatever comes out of me is beautiful. And she has a mother that loves her. And if anybody would spread this message, I love my daughter. Her name is Nevaeh. I named her Heaven spelled backwards. When she was little, she was my heaven.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. See, I have one of those as well that I was never with the mother. I was never married to the mother. So, she's grown away from me, but now we're coming back together. She's 29 and maybe a grandpa twice. So I'm very happy.
Oh,
I'm very blessed with that. That's my oldest. Well, is she? No, she might be 30. Oh well, it's hard to keep track once they get to a certain age, and dads aren't very
yeah.
good at that anyway. But kids are great. Kids are wonderful, and they'll break your heart from time to time. And they'll listen to their friends. They'll listen to other family members. Yeah, they'll go away, but they always come back because family's important. So okay, we get out of high school. Do you you had your extracurriculars there? Did you go straight to college, or was motherhood in the cards there?
Motherhood was in the card. That's why I'm in business school now. I'm going for my associates, and I graduate 2026.
Yes, yes. Clap for Cubana Lusterous. Clap for Niomi Hurtado. Good job. That's fantastic. See, it's never too late. It isn't. So, so while you're raising your child, was that pretty much all you were doing, or did you have any Joe jobs, or did you have any extracurriculars in those last 19 years?
No, my baby girl, she lived with her father
Mm-hmm.
and she lived with me, and I just focused more on parenthood, and trying to get me together. And I enjoy life, and I like sightseeing and taking, doing different things. I used to go hiking a lot.
That's cool.
Until now, I am scared of bears and wildcats, so I don't go hiking at all as an adult. Like now, but I had her in my 20s.
Well, did you do any poetry at all? Did you at least keep up with your writing skills at all, or any of that?
I did some poetry, like when I'm upset or something, or write a diary. So I still do it Tuesday. It's a habit.
Well, that's something that I wish that I always did. I'm more of a guy that talks into microphones. I'm not good at typing or writing things down. I wish I had kept a blog, but hey, I guess I've kept a vlog. I've been talking into microphones my whole life. But, all right. But you, hey, motherhood, great. And now she's out of the house. You've done the job. Hopefully everything turns out well with her. And all's well that ends well, right? But
yeah,
let's go through some of the music, okay? Now, I did see some of the YouTube, but more apt was the SoundCloud. Oh my goodness. Hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. Oh, you just like to lay down raps, lay down tracks. And I do want to go through the juxtaposition of some of the songs that you have. It's kind of neat because you have yes, Deep Throat, nasty, but the kids in the club are gonna love it. Hold on to your hats because nasty. But then right under that, Yeshua Rain. So there's two different sides of Cubana Lusterous. There's nasty, freaky deaky, real nasty, and then Yeshua Rain. Tell me how that jibes, how that melts into you with the two different versions of you.
All right, so a version of me is, because I have Freaky Deaky, Deep Throat, Bad Bitch Anthem. These are the three main songs that I think viral, and I have of the other songs. So let me explain something about me. I am a fun, outgoing, wild person, but I also believe in the man upstairs. And I know that he made all of us, and I never forget him, because when I was having troubles in my life where nobody was around, the Lord saved me. So.
Well, and you named your child Heaven, Navia. Of course.
Yeah.
So that's always in the back of your head. Was that drilled into you from a young age? Was grandma or stepdad taking you to church?
I went to church, but believe it or not, because I could not understand the Bible, it was the old text, hello? Okay. I went to church because my grandma made me go. But when I was younger, I used to be an atheist until I found God, and I was 25 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been searching my whole life. I was born into a Catholic family, and I went to Baptist church. Southern Baptist, Black Baptist, Jewish church. Jehovah's Witness. What was it? The Seventh Day Adventist. Just searching, just looking. Talk to Mormons. I've been everywhere, and I'm like, I don't know. Do I feel it? Do I not feel it? I used to be like so zealot. I would read the Bible front to back. I know I've read it at least 5 times, and then probably a few more. But with one or two of the churches that I was with, they had you read the whole Bible in a year. So I've read it front to back, Old Testament, New Testament. So I know what's in the book. But do I believe it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not thinking that I'm an atheist. I'm maybe agnostic. I don't want to put it in a box. I mean, what would you consider yourself? Complete Christian or what?
I practice the Hebrew and Christianity.
So I guess I go Judeo-Christian values.
Yeah.
Like, your fellow man, was it the golden rule? Do unto others as you would have them do to you. Correct. Yeah, but what if you're a psychopath? You don't want anybody doing stuff like that. There's some bad people out there, but just try to be good.
There's some very bad people, but you know what? I just stay my butt out the way and just don't get around the drama. And I live in a very nice area in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. So I'm just chilling. Well, Harrisburg, on the other way, is a poop show.
She's trying not to curse. She's trying to be good. See, on this podcast, I never know what's going to happen. See, I don't curse. I've been on the radio since way back in the 1900s, and so I've melted that out of my way. But sometimes, hey, it's your podcast. It's you telling your story. Whatever you want to say to the people, you say it. I mean, you open this thing up and you already telling your story. You let people know if you were writing your own Wikipedia page, you wrote those top 2 paragraphs right off the bat. Bam. Easy as pie.
Well, I know that I wish Cardi B, if this gets to her, I would love to collab with her. She's my inspiration because she opened the door to Nicki Minaj first, but she opened the doors to other female rappers, and she didn't come from anything. I grew up in the suburbs. When I got older, I lost things. Now I gained. So I can identify with her with a rough life in a way, but I grew up in it, by good family members. When I was in my 20s, it got rough. And then now in my 30s, I'm loving my 30s. It's beautiful. I would also like to collab with Lotto.
I'm not familiar. You've stumped the DJ. Who is Lotto?
Lotto is a rapper from North Carolina, and she just was at the BET Awards. I went to the BET Awards. I was one of the people in the 2 hot radio contests, and I was a runner-up. I was one of the runner-up people to go to Atlanta, but I was not the winner. So
no, but fantastic. You were there. You saw it. Now, okay. So Lotto is one to watch. May put that in the back of my head. Okay, sounds good. I like breaking out new artists. That's one of the things that being a radio DJ and being a DJ in the clubs is what you're supposed to be doing. Is you're supposed to be breaking out the new artist. And I'm glad you have videos and I'm glad you have audios because I like playing videos. And I'm going to play 1 or 2 of your songs this Friday night at the Rab in Conway and maybe even at the VFW in Choctaw, Arkansas. That's where I'm at right now. I'm not even in Miami anymore. But I'm going to play 1 or 2 of your songs and people are going to go, what is that? And I'm going to say, that's Cubana Lusterous. But, going through on your SoundCloud, yes, you got Yeshua Rain and then Freaky Deaky and then Christmas. Yeah. When you talk to some of the artists, some of the singers, the way to get money over and over and over every year is to make a hit Christmas song. Mariah Carey did it. And now she's like the queen of Christmas. Every Christmas, what are you going to do? All I want for Christmas is you. Oh, my gosh. If you could come up with a song like that, that is money every year. And is that why you do it? No, maybe not. But you got to make a living. You got to make some money. You know, this business school might get you a job, and it probably will get you a good job. But where's your heart? Where's your soul? Right here in the rap business, in the singing business. Yeah. Now, you mentioned Nicki Minaj. Love her. You mentioned Cardi B. Love her. When you play those songs in the club, all the ladies are going to be on the dance floor shaking something. They're going to be doing it. And I want that for you. But do you rap and sing?
I can harmonize sing, yes.
I like that. Yeah. I like that, as not many people can do what Nicki does. And I noticed, all right, of course, I've been stalking you, and I saw on your personal page, it's a picture of you. It's kind of blurry, but I think that's Ye. You got Kanye back there. Now, there's a man that can sing and rap. He can do it all. And I see.
That's my baby's dad.
Oh, he looks like Kanye. Oh, my goodness. He looks like Ye. It's blurry, so I couldn't see it. Oh, my goodness. All right. That's me. That's on me. Looking at a blurry picture. And then I open it up. Yeah. So your baby daddy look like Kanye. Antoine. What's that?
His name was Antoine. That's my baby's dad. He did look like Kanye when we were younger. Yeah.
Okay. Well, big ups to Antoine. Got me all twisted and turned. But still, I'm going to put that into the world. Kanye, call Cubana Lusterous and collaborate. Okay. Because yes, even if you have chemical imbalances, you are a musical genius. Okay. You do have some skills. Yeah. Yeah. I think, well, I mean, what do you think? Oh my goodness, Antoine looks just like my. So what kind of stuff does Antoine get into?
Well, he's now he works as a forklift driver.
Cool. Everybody needs a forklift driver. I mean, there's heavy stuff out there. It needs somebody with skills. I know when I was working at Kmart, they gave me a forklift driver license. I had a Kmart forklift driver license, and I would crash into stuff. I wasn't very good. I would mess up products. But hey, I was 19. I was a little kid back then. But no, hey, forklift driver's great, man. That's a hardworking dude.
Yeah, I mean, he works. You know what I mean? I used to be a factory manager, so supervisors were under me, and the corporate was above me. And forklift driving is a little hard to do.
Yeah,
that's something I never messed with.
Yeah, but you were the boss. You said supervisor. Wait a minute. When you're going to do it, you're going to do. Yeah, manager. When you're going to do it right. You know, be the boss. So yeah, that's something. Is it boss lady, boss girl, boss something?
I was the boss over the supervisors, and then over the supervisors had like the what are they called? What are they called? They're called like line lead.
Okay.
Line lead.
Yeah, some people call them shift managers or line lead, depending on what kind of job it was. So cool. I mean, you've worked Joe jobs. You've worked out in the streets. Hey, have you ever taken this rap on stage? Have you ever done it like out at a show, a spoken word, an open mic, or an actual real show?
They want me to come to New York City, and what's his name? Benzino's going to be there. And Benzino picks the artist he wants to go on his magazine cover, but I don't know yet. You know what I mean? There's so much things going on.
Well, right about now, you're in school, but I mean, does anybody at the house? Do you living alone, or you living with other people?
Oh, no, I live alone. I live alone since I was 17 years old.
Yeah. It's hard to do, but yeah. I got out of the house when I was 17, 18, something like that. And, I went back a couple of times here and there. Sometimes it gets rough. You got to go back home. But for the most part, yeah, I've been out. It's a struggle sometimes. And were you working that whole time, working Joe jobs, or did you have some kind of a career in mind? Or you were just making it?
When I was younger?
No, even younger till did you work your way up to become the manager? You worked from the bottom to the top?
I worked from the bottom until I was to a manager. Yes, I did.
That's the way all managers should be. They shouldn't come out of school and automatically be the boss. You should at least have to do the job for about 6 months that you're being the boss over. You should, have some, be the dishwasher, be the line cook, be the waitress before you become the manager of that restaurant or anything, any job really, but, that's just my opinion. What do you think?
I think you should start from the ground up, because sometimes they pick these college kids that get out and they have no idea on that type of job. They just have a degree. So they've never been hands on like a VOTEC.
Yeah.
Like I went to VOTEC as half high school and half trade. So they should at least start giving the people a chance that's been there for years or been there quite a few months, and these people just coming in because they have a degree. I don't agree. I do agree with you on that.
Oh, yeah. In VOTEC, that's a thing that I did. I did electronics, where I'd go to school half the day and then I'd go off and do electronics. I learned how to work on the equipment that's sitting here behind me on the screen, that kind of thing. Ohm's law. And then shortly after school went to radio school. So, you want to learn the skill that you love, you're doing it now. You're going to business school. I'm proud of you. Not to sound too condescending. I'm glad that you're learning the business part of it so they don't eat you alive. Has anybody ever come up to you and said, hey, I want you to sign with my record company. I want to promote you. I want to make you a star. Anybody ever do that to you?
Yes. Every day.
Same guy?
No, it's different people, but some are scam, and then some are. I had 30 celebrities follow me on Facebook, and I have Blue Verified as well. That means I'm kind of celebrity too, but I'm not out there like Drake and Kanye and Kim Kardashian, stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to build myself, so I'd be recognized. And I wish Anna Wintour, I really wish she acknowledged me and used me as a curvy, thick model. That's interesting because people really used to go after the petite. Now the thick girls are out. And I wish Anne Wintour and Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga. No, not Balenciaga. Adidas, they all recognize me. So I can make, extra money and represent their brand, and then I can introduce my own brand of clothes I want to make.
Yeah, fashion is very circular. If you look at the paintings from way back in the Middle Ages, and there's a lot of big women there. There's a lot of big people. Henry VIII was 350 pounds. Eating a lot of food back in the Middle Ages meant you were rich. Meant you had some money, you had some status, you had the ability to go get that chicken leg, that turkey leg, So I appreciate a bigger woman. I'm a big dude, and I've struggled with my weight. I've been thin, I've been fat, but at least you try to be healthy. Walk around. I see some people that are way too young to be all stooped over. I couldn't make it up those stairs. But hey, as long as you are happy with who you are and trying to keep in some kind of fitness, do some cardio, and I say that having not done enough cardio. I used to run. What do you do for exercise? What do you do for fitness if you do anything?
I walk a mile every day.
And that replaces the hiking that you used to do because you're scared of bears. Are there bears in Pennsylvania?
Oh, God, yeah. And bobcats.
There's got to be hiking trails where a lot of people will go on a Saturday, and at least you can hike up and down little hills and stuff. Is there any place you can go?
Yes, but for me, I just watch like stuff on TV, and I seen people with experiences in the woods. So I'm like, no, thank you. And then when that Blair Witch Project came out, that really scared me going back in the woods.
All right. Look, if I watch Jaws, I'm not going to go in the ocean for a little bit. If I watch some kind of bear attack show on the Nature Channel, yeah, I probably won't go in the woods that much. And if I watch the Blair Witch, oh man, I'm going to be scared of the woods. Oh my goodness, man, I got sucked in on that movie. For a good long while that I was watching that movie, I thought it was real, and I was like, can this be real? I don't think so. Can it be real? I don't think. Did you get sucked in?
It's in the next state, Maryland.
No, did you get sucked into the Blair Witch while you were watching the movie? Did you think it was real?
Yes. I thought it was real when I was younger. It came out when I was like a teenager. Oh. So I thought it was very real, and I was like, I can't go back in the woods now.
No, Mom. Nuh-uh. I'm staying right here inside. I'll be around the block. I'll be going around the block, talking with my friends, playing my video games every once in a while. So you had, I guess your game was PlayStation. Was it the first one, I guess, or did you have a PS2? What was your thing?
It was PS1.
PS1. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You do so much. You have so much that can inspire you. I mean, what are you writing poems about it? Or when you're doing your raps, is it freestyle, or have you got them written down or you're reading them?
I got them written down, and then you try to memorize them. That's what you do. You have to memorize your music. So most labels, I believe they want 26 songs. I do have 26 songs unreleased.
Wow. And I'm guessing you get your beats from on the internet. I guess there's people that have beats for sale, or do you make your own beats?
I don't know how to make my own beats, but I buy them from BeatStars.
Very cool. See, and people that I can make my own beats if I wanted to, but it takes a lot of time to put, to get I had Fruity Loops, and I guess now it's FL Studio, and you take those little hi-hats and you take those 808s, you take those little drums, you take the little rhythm over there and you can move it around. It takes a lot of time. I'm glad that there's people out there that are making some kind of a living doing that, because it's very time consuming. And if you're paying $1 or $12 for a beat, it's worth it, because they've wasted a lot of time putting that thing together. But who's putting? Okay, it's one thing to get the beats. It's one thing to sing the song. Who is putting it all together? Who's mixing it and mastering it? Are you doing that all yourself?
Studio.
What studio?
Studio.
Shout outs.
Pro Sound Studios in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Very cool. It's a place that you go down the street?
I live 20 minutes, a 20-minute drive from me.
Very good. It's good to give credit where credit is due. We can't do this all by ourselves. I mean, I know there's a lot of SoundCloud DJs that'll put out song after song after song after song, and most of it is crap. But every once in a while, you get one that's good. You get one that they worked hard on. And you at least have quite a few. The ones that I've listened to, look, my loyal listener, when you listen to Deep Throat, beware. Okay? Parental advisory is advised, okay? But when you listen to it and you watch the video, oh my gosh, who did the video?
Pro Sound Studios, it was done there.
These guys can do it all. Is there anybody that you're working with over there so I can send them over?
I work with Rico Amor.
Rico Amor. Oh, I like that.
Rico and Mar.
Rico and Mar. Two people. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. But you have one song that says clean. And then oh my gosh. Yeah. Deep Throat. Yeshua Rain. She can go this way. Okay. And be freaky deaky. And she can go this way and love the Lord. Love the Lord. Love her. Oh, it's beautiful. That's beautiful. And the bad bish, I guess, is how you cleaned it up. Bish. But it's not really, it's not really bish.
No.
I mean, have you played any of these? Have you been to a club and, handed the DJ your CD or your MP3 player or your thumb drive and said, hey, could you play this? Have you ever had people listen to this out while you were at the club?
I know that the Rugas wants me to come and perform down there. I think I'm going to do that.
I think you should do that.
In 2 weeks.
I think you should do that. Okay, I want you to say it clean. So when I put this out, people can go find you up in Pennsylvania. Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
Mechanicsburg. Mechanicsburg. And where?
Yeah. Well, I don't give up my address. But
No. What club are you going to be performing at?
I've never been to a club in Harrisburg. I know I go to Arugas, a bar and club.
Arugas.
So Arugas.
Okay.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
And you say in 2 weeks they're going to be maybe at Arugas? How can they find out about that? Where can they follow you? Where's the best place? Because when I was looking up your Instagram, you got at least 2. And when I'm looking up your Twitter, you got at least 3. Your Facebook, at least 1. YouTube, you got 2. You got the Cubana Lusterous 3104, and then Niomi Hurtado 1264. So there's plenty of content out there. I'd like to consolidate it all. Are you going to be going, because branding is the way to go, right? Are you going to be going with Cubana Lusterous? That's the brand. That's where you want to live?
Yes.
All right.
So it's Cubana Lusterous 59. It's Facebook, Cubana Lusterous. Okay. And then there's Niomi Hurtado on Facebook. And then on Twitter, there's 3 of them. So I couldn't get back in my old account. So the one with the more followers, on my page is the one that's the Twitter I use.
Excellent. I saw that the Cubana Lusterous is the latest one. There's stuff out there that's happening from more recent. And my goodness, 3 hours ago, you post, you got something. You got something that a heterosexual man would be proud to be next to. Yeah, I'm looking and I'm going, what is this video with the candy shop? Oh my goodness. You're going to 50 Cent's going to have a heart attack when he sees this video. Somebody's going to show it to him. And then he's going to say, could you collaborate with me, please? I want that. I want that for you. I want 50 Cent featuring Cubana Lusterous, or Cubana Lusterous featuring 50 Cent. Which way would you want it?
That'd be neat.
So you're open to collaboration. So people slide into your DMs, business only. What are you open to having, maybe rapping the hook or rapping and then have somebody sing the hook?
I can there's this guy that wants me to do the hook while he raps. So that's I'm planning for that. That'll be a new singer that just got signed with Sony. Asked me to collab with him. So I have to wait 2 weeks because I'm moving to a bigger place. So then I love collab. But someone asked me to collaborate, I charge $1,500.
What? She's worth it.
Yeah.
She's worth it.
Yeah.
You know what? The thing I read really recently, probably over the last couple of years, was know your worth and add tax.
Yes.
You've been doing this a while. You have the skills, you have the look, you have the talent. You've been working on it. And I want nothing but the best, nothing but success. Ever forward. You've gotten to this level. I want you to go to a whole nother level and go as high as you want. Because right now, my goodness, you are you're open. You're pretty much on your own, single, can go anywhere, do anything, be anything you want. And I'm so happy for you that you could do that. You're still a young person. You're still young. I'm in my 50s. I'm heading for I'm way past middle age. And then
God bless you.
Yeah. You've got your whole life ahead of you. So you have this show that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. Where's the best place? Where are you going to be posting all of your shows that come up?
Cubana Lusterous 59 on Instagram.
Instagram. That's the place to be.
Yep.
Okay. I see your Instagram. Yep. And what's Voloco?
Who?
VOLOCO. That's on the third thing on your Instagram. Voloco.
Voloco.
Huh. Interesting. You might want to check your Instagram. You might have been hacked.
Uh-oh.
But I like it. I like it so much. My goodness. I know we've been talking for a while. I want to be mindful of your time, and we've really only scratched the surface. We really haven't talked all that much, but I'm so excited to hear more from you. You have so much on your SoundCloud, and you only picked the best ones to be on your YouTube. The very best. You have videos that are on with them. I'm guessing Voloco must be the company that makes your videos just do you and popcorn popping.
Oh, no. Vocal is a singing app. You rap and sing on it.
There you go. Teaching me new things. That's what I needed.
Yeah.
Now my loyal listener is going to be following in your footsteps. Going to be finding you in Pennsylvania. Going to be going to business school because that's the smart thing to do. Or else you're going to get taken. And then go to Voloco and sing along. Oh, that's beautiful. I know that they had wasn't there another app, Smush or something like that would you would sing along with?
Band Lab.
Okay. All right.
Lab.
Well, that's cool. All right. I always like to give you a chance to give shout outs to people that have helped you along the way. I know that you've already talked about the studio. You can give them a fresh shout out right now and anybody else that has helped you to get to this level.
I like to say shout out to Ghost, shout out to Billy Stokes, shout out to Rico, shout out to Mara, and shout out to Tiana for bringing Lexi Blow and making me blow up in my career.
Fantastic. That is beautiful. Well, I don't want this to be the last time that we talk. I want, as time progresses, you have new things to promote, maybe new singles coming out, maybe new songs, or if you're going to be playing at someplace else, we don't have to talk for the whole hour, but if you want to just come on and talk about what's happening at this particular time, the next few months or a year or whatever, you have an invitation to come right back here to the What Makes You Famous podcast. Now, I usually like to finish these things off with last words for the people, unless you have some other avenues that you want to explore. Anything else you want to tell people before we get out?
I like to tell people this. When you fall, pick yourself up. You keep moving, keep your head high. And in this world, we should let anyone not defeat us, but we should achieve our oppressors.
Well, there you have it, party people. Cubana Lusterous. Isn't she amazing? Isn't she great? My goodness. I mean, she's been doing the poetry thing since she was a young girl. And now she's bringing it all the skills that she's learned over her lifetime. And she's going to bring it all to you. Oh my, and she's already put out so many songs on her SoundCloud, but only the best of the best are out there on the YouTube. And I didn't even mention, she's got all the stuff on Spotify and Apple iTunes. All the links are in the show notes right below. So make sure that you click and follow and click and follow and click and follow and find out more, even more about Cubana Lusterous. Oh, I love it. I love it. I look forward to hearing more from you, Cubana Lusterous. And hey, thanks for being on the What Makes You Famous podcast. That's it for this edition of What Makes You Famous. Now, if you, my loyal listener, if you'd like to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call, 501-470-6386, or email keysdan@aol.com. That's it for me. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.